I used to rule the world, seas that rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone, sweep the streets I used to own. I used to roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes, listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king's dead, long live the king. One minute I held the key, next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stand upon pillars of song, pillars of sand. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, once you've gone it was never an honest word. And that was when I ruled the world. It was a wicked and wild wind, blew down the doors to let me in, shattered windows and the sound of drums. People couldn't believe what I've become. Revolutionaries wait for my head on a silver plate, just a puppet on a lonely string. Oh, who would ever want to be king? I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter will call my name, never an honest word, but that was when I ruled the world. Hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter won't call my name, never an honest word, but that was when I ruled the world.
Good evening. Hello and welcome. It is a Tuesday evening here on the internet on twitch.tv. As always, my name is Zara, and I'm a wizard, Harry. At least tonight I am. I'm excited about this stream. I've played Noita before. It's in my stream intro, in fact. And I played it before it was officially released. It is officially in 1.0 now. It has been completely released. It's out of early access. And I didn't even know it had Twitch integration until I saw that somebody else playing it the other day, and I thought, hey, this would be fun. And yeah, I I know what some of the things that you, the chat members, can vote on, and I am terrified because some of them are extremely bad. So we'll see what happens. I am not good at this game. This is a very, very difficult game. I have never beaten it. It is very RNG heavy, but it's very least simplistic. I really like it. It's for anyone who doesn't know, Noita is basically if you took like those sand simulator flash games from like the early 2000s and use that to build an engine. That's what Noita is. It's a lot of fun. It's a dungeon crawler where they have simulated pretty much every pixel. So water flows realistically, fire burns realistically. There's all kinds of different effects you can have. Plus, there's all kinds of weird spells that you get. So it's a lot of fun. I am looking forward to it. And if for whatever reason I decide to rage quit Noita, or we just kind of get tired of it, I've got some other stuff lined up as well. But everything has Twitch integration, so one way or another, you guys will be able to interact. But Noita has been updated. Maybe? No. Okay. So, hello. Oh. There we go. Alright, so I have connected to Twitch integration. I can change which events come up and what stuff you can vote on. But I need to do that once I've actually started a new game. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I do have... Not an Eldritch Warlock. I do have a couple things activated. I have activated that I am a random... I start as a random Warlock. In this case, I'm an Eldritch Warlock, so I have a Tentacle attack and an Eldritch Portal wand. Down there in the bottom right, you can see which things you can vote on. Just type the number in chat, and that's what will happen. I also have the vote percentages turned off, so I'm not necessarily going to know what is going to happen. I also don't know what the majority of these things do, so this is going to be a bit of a mess. I don't like the Eldritch Wizard. I've played this a little bit. I don't know if it's vanilla. I do have a mod installed that adds more Twitch options and a few other things, so... Ow. Oh god, sea of oil. Oh, it's all on fire. It's all on fire. Whoa. I'm just going to turn the sound down just a bit. Seems like it is a tad bit loud. So yeah, everything is realistically simulated. Oil burns and flows like water. Water can put you out if you are on fire. I could sure use some water right now. Oh, there we go. Blood also flows and can put you out if need be. You can also drink blood if you so wish. It also gets on your robes. What is this? What? Oh, that guy has a wand. I'm on fire again. The reason I don't like the Eldritch Wizard is because the tentacle is very hard to aim. It does a lot of damage, but it's very difficult to control. So I don't like it. And the Eldritch Portal will also hurt you. I don't like it. I guess the one bonus is that the Eldritch Tentacle hits things going back as well. I don't know, it's weird. It might be a modded thing, because it doesn't feel very good. A levitation potion. Huh. What does that do? You can collect potions. You can either throw the whole thing and unleash... What do I have? Teleportation, water, and levitation. Well, let's see what levitation does. So you can unleash a whole torrent of whatever is inside the potion. Ooh, this makes me fly very fast. You can collect other wands as well. Like there's one right here, but I can't. Oh. This one does rain cloud. Let's do it. All the wands are all randomized. Like I said, it is a dungeon crawler roguelike with a very heavy emphasis on RNG. That's whiskey. When you touch whiskey, you get drunk. I don't know if it affects you in any way. Sands of Time. The world decays. Oh. Oh, that's not good. That's really bad. I hope that doesn't keep happening. We'll see. It's kind of like Spelunky in that, like, there's different regions, and then you come through here into the temple, and then you go to the next region after that. You can buy stuff in between. Wow, what the heck is this? I'm not sure I wanted that. It looks cool, but it's got a really long reload time. Not sure I'm a fan. That's all that we could afford anyway. The thing that's different about this game versus Spelunky is that in this game the whole world is simulated completely. So like the mines are actually above us here. Which is why I was worried that the decaying world might continue to perpetuate through this area. Because if you break things... breathless, I guess. If you break things here in this temple, then the gods get angry at you, and there's a dude that attacks you who's really hard to kill. Oh, that was rain. Whoops. Oh, I don't like this wand. Oh, you got some health to you. The other thing that the Eldritch Wizard has, which is kind of nice, is... Stop it. I've got the Revenge Tentacle, which, when I take damage, a tentacle flies out of me and attacks people. And that procs even if it's just like poison damage or something like that. Oh boy. Get gold from killing enemies. Use gold to buy stuff in between levels. It's pretty straightforward. What is this? Reduce recharge time. I mean, that wand won't do anything for me as is, but I'll take it. Because I might be able to build something better. In between levels, you can also rearrange spells on your wands and take them off, re-equip them and stuff like that. So you can kind of build your way to a better wand if you so wish. Fizzle spells. Projectiles have a chance to fizzle out for a time. That's not good. There's a lot happening. I am almost dead. Let's get out of here. Digging Bolt, a double spell, bouncing burst, speed up, and explosion on drunk enemies. These are all kind of garbo. But let's see here. I might be able to make this thing better. That's better. That's a much better wand. Gonna turn the music down a little bit too. We'll go with this. We'll see what happens. High gravity. Stability. You can also spend money to re-roll these perks that are down here. Bouncing spells, sure. They bounce now. Thankfully, your own spells do not hurt you. There is an exception to this. Let's break this ice. I don't know what I just killed down here, but it dropped a lot of gold. Holy smokes. Oh, it's a sniper. Snipers in this level are ridiculous. Break the ice. I really love the ice physics in this game. Oh, you're gonna hurt. Maybe I can drop ice on you. Yeah. Oh. I become drunk. Oh, well, that was quick. Just got owned by 2 snipers immediately. At least I died drunk. That's very true. Let's see here. I can change. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of different effects that will show up. I'm going to reduce the time between votes a bit, just to kind of keep things... We'll go every 90 seconds. And... yeah, 60 seconds voting time. Play sound on new vote. Off. Hide counts. Tiny ghosts can be named after viewers. Yes. Alright. Oh, did that save? Yes. Alright. Next run. We are a summoner magician. So we have a wand that shoots rock spirits. They float around and they will explode on enemies when they find them. And we have another wand that has no spells equipped, but it always casts a rock. There's nothing special about it. It is literally just, it summons a rock, and you can crush enemies with it. And I can keep summoning them. Just throw rocks around. Oh, I guess I also never mentioned there is a kick button as well, which is what you see me doing occasionally. You can kick items around. It's a lot of fun. I don't want to go through the poison pool. Ooh, what's this? Teleportation. Always adds. Add a random always cast spell to your wands. I think it was this one that got it. Oh. Goodness. It shoots a laser. Oh. The, nice. The rock guardians are from the snow zone, which is why they release freezing vapor when they explode. I am liking this laser quite a bit. Oh boy. Okay. Ow. Dang it, I missed. Okay, this is becoming more of a casualty than anything else. Oil, please. Oh, I transformed them all into sheep. That is polymorphium, I believe. Nope, I'm a sheep as well. Oh, please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. I have 1 HP. No. No! Oh. Narrowly survived that one. Well, this is a pickle. This is flammable gas, which I believe... Oh no, it doesn't hurt you. Oh. The poison gas hurts you. Flammable gas doesn't. Just, it is very potent. Alright, let's get out of here. Circle of transmogrification, luminous drill. Reduce max health. But why? Glitter bomb? I get luminous drill. Let's try something here. Because life is pain. I'm gonna try and make a lightsaber wand. Basically. That'll work. Let's get the glitter bomb too. Let's stick it on here. So now I throw rocks and glitter bombs. Stronger hearts, faster wands. Yes, please. I have angered the gods. Uh-oh. Gotta go. I don't know what I did, but I angered the gods. Goblin. El Goblino. Help. On fire. Okay, everything's fine. This game really likes fire. Ow. I've broken those statues before and I haven't angered the gods. I don't know what was so different about that time. Break the chains. Wow, I'm almost dead already. Well, let's zap our way through here. I really like the luminous drill in this game, even though it is extremely unhelpful for the most part. Cool. Clear out all those pesky enemies. Welp. That's... There's not really much point in sticking around, I guess. Wasn't a whole lot of enemies there, even. I don't have enough gold to really buy anything at this point. Oh. Now I have to fight the man, who's basically God. Nope. That's what happens when you anger the gods. Summoner Warlock again. I feel like I'm getting Summoner Warlock a lot. I like that the rain is simulated too, so it actually fills up. There's also other places to go. There's more to this map than just what you see. But you do have to do some creative exploring. I know you can go up and around the mountain too, and go to the right, but I don't know what's over there. That's water. I can't breathe in water. Just summon some rocks. Just chucking rocks. Almost crushed myself. I wonder if I stay out here long enough, will the world just flood? Probably not. Wait, I want to ride. All liquids I touch turn to alcohol. Boy. I think you get more gold from crushing enemies than you do for just killing them. What? How did you survive that? And so he will be trapped there forever. Oh. Goodness. Give me this stuff. Also, your status will also affect how other things affect you. Like if you're covered in water, you are less likely to be lit on fire. Ugh. I love chucking rocks. Ah. All right. Guy zoning me hard. I can't go that way. Ambrosia. Let's throw one of these eggs that we got. That'll summon an enemy. Or I'll just throw it into water and it won't it won't hatch. I crush it. There we go. Remove ground. Uh-oh. Whoa. That's, that one is one of the nasty ones. Well, that opened things up a bit. Could have been a lot worse. There's a wand down there. Huh. Oh, everything is shaking. Fireball, circle of displacement, dropper bolt. I don't really want anything right now. I don't have any wands. Aha. Ping pong path. don't think that affects my rocks. Increase the lifetime of a spell. Oil Blood. Projectile Repulsion Field. That's a nice one. I want that. There's some other interactions too, like I'm pretty sure poison when it touches water becomes... It turns into water as well. When lava touches water, it becomes rock. Temporarily. Oh, that guy's got a wand. Gimme. Oh, that's... that is a weird wand. What is this thing? Quadruple Scatter Spell, Chaotic Mammoth, Firebombs. This is not particularly useful, but it may get there. Healthy rain. It's raining health. Where? Ow. Where's it raining health? Help. I think that was a potion seller. Potion seller. Or not a potion seller, but they're like little potion workshops you can find. These. There we go. Nope. This projectile repulsion field is pretty great. I've never had that perk before. Uh-oh. Ran out of levitation juice. Please, stop. Oh, that's a wand. Sure. I picked up one of my rocks. Let's get out of here. Okay, let's take Chaotic Path off of that thing. That's pretty fast, actually, I think. No, they dropped that. Makes a projectile fly back and forth. Let's try this. See what happens. That's weird. I don't like that. Let's go double spell. Oh. Careful. Ugh. Oil will go on top of water and burn and turn it into steam. It also makes everything slippery. Uh-oh. I want this one. I'm gonna get rid of that wand. It's kind of not a fan. So this, like I said, there are several spells that bounce and like ricochet. For the most part, your spells do not hurt you. This is the one exception. There's two of these. There's a small saw blade, and then there's the Gigadisc projectile. This will basically kill me in, like, 2 hits. And it also, I think, boomerangs. Yep, it does. Ow, that hurt. I didn't see it come back. Ow. Gold is forever. Bouncing spells, dissolve powders. Let's go bouncing spells just for maximum chaos. What is this? Ambrosia? Sure. Ugh. Let's drink some ambrosia. I don't know what ambrosia does. Oh, yeah, like I was saying before, you can throw the potion vials to, like, break them open, or you can, like, slowly spray them. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's still going. It's still going. Help. He scared me so much. What have I done? Why is he block? Oh, it's the ambrosia. Oh, it's these things. Get. 6 health. Oh. Well. Alas. Come on, give me something good. A summoner mage again? Let's try something different. I'm sick of being a summoner mage. Give me something different. Thunder mage, here we go. I have blown myself up as a thunder mage many times. So we got a lightning bolt as our main weapon. Pretty great. What else? Spark bolt with timer and circle of thunder. What does that do? Okay. I'm also immune to electric damage, but metals and liquids around me are electrified constantly. So this one could be a little interesting, to say the least. I will light wood on fire anytime I go near it. That includes that thing. Oh, maybe not. Yes, those don't count as wood. But that does. Well, that's not wood, that's metal. But metal is also a very good conductor. I also have this rock that I can throw and it electrifies things. It's... I don't know. Oh no. Stivari. I know what Stivari is. You've doomed me. Where is he? I need to get out of here. Although, I might be able to take him with this lightning bolt. This is really powerful. Let's see if I can find him. Where are you, Stivari? I know you're here somewhere. What? How did that light me on fire? I don't know where he went. I don't know what that thunder field does. I also don't know where Stivari is. Oh, that one lit on fire. My wood, burn. Ow. Lightning explosions also hurt me. That's... I don't want him to get out of there. That's not Stivari. Stivari is the... I guess since we're not actually going to see him. Stivari is like the floating skeleton guy that we fought. Or that shows up when the gods are angry. Oh. Hello. A rain wand. Don't mind if I do. Ah. He's foiled my plans. There we go. Worms. Oh no, not the worms. I need health. And to not be surrounded. Oh, oh, hello worms. Hello. Not going that way. Let's go over here. There's the Tabula Smaragdina. Take that. And then there is lava here. But thankfully, we have a wand that casts rain. Cool. This one's doing weird things. Why is the lava flowing downward? Alright. So you can get over here. If you have a way to cross the lava, you can get to this secret zone. There is another tablet here that has a whole bunch of words on it. As well as the orb. Found a familiar orb of true knowledge. Maximum health has been increased. Now the problem is, the only way that I know of to... Oh, hello. You weren't here last time. There's a boss. The last time I got over here, that boss was like... I had to break the bridge and go way, way, way down, and they were like at the very bottom. This time they just kind of found me. Hey, but we're Thunder Wizard again. What is this one? Electric Charge. Is it even bigger now? And Circle Thunder. Okay, same thing. Take me for a ride. There's two wizards that I like to start as. There's the Thunder Wizard and the Fire Wizard. Thunder Wizard, obviously, we've seen. The Fire Wizard is immune to fire, which is extremely powerful in this game. Because this is a game that likes to light things on fire a whole lot. Oh, no, I don't want you here. Go away. Freezing liquid potion. I've never seen that one before. What's this do? Okay, it just evaporates into the freezing air. Oh. I wasn't paying attention. Was that is that magma? That's lava. Yes, it is. That could have been disastrous. Lava's basically an instant kill. Kind of glad I took a brief moment to kick that crate instead of just going down there. Got a wand that shoots the same projectiles as those guys. Oh, that guy sucks. But I have a very powerful wand. Oh, why am I on fire? Okay, well, I guess that's just off limits now. If that magma's not going anywhere. What is that? A pheromone potion. Whoops. I really do like this wand. It even electrifies the copper in the ground. It's a nice detail. Kind of low on health. Ow, really low on health. Keep missing. Hey, 3 for 1. Oh, it's down here. Oh, that was whiskey. I just stepped in. Very mildly drunk, just from stepping in whiskey. Aha. But I want the wand. Circle of shielding. Oh, that's actually a pretty good wand. I'm gonna keep that one. Alright, let's get out of here. You start spewing fireballs for a time. Okay, only mildly blew myself up. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, I didn't get very much money, did I? It's got a lot of mana. Holy crap. Both. It's not that great, actually. Pass. Trick Read, unlimited spells, permanent shield. Hey, I got a little tiny shield around me now. Ow. Don't know what happened there, but... Oh, health. Truly, being the Thunder Wizard is more of a curse than it is a blessing. Lightning Bolt is so satisfying, though. Probably one of my favorite spells. On fire. There we go. What do we got? Thunderstorm, Gold Rush, more gold, and shielded creatures. Well. Ow, ow, ow. Poisoned. Do kind of want to get more gold. What is burning right here? There's a very tiny amount of coal. Oh, missed. Gold rush. Ugh. Sweet riches. Alright. Let's get out of here. Giant explosion on drunk enemies. For the record, I've tested this, and that explosion is very big. But it's without a way to get enemies drunk, it's kind of useless. It won't do anything. Bubble spark, energy orb, and a cheap bubble spark. You know what? Let's buy a couple bubble sparks. Let's throw them on this wand here and see what it looks like. This one's got a really low casting time. I like that one. We're gonna stick with that one. Perk lottery. Problem is, these perks don't have a description as to what they actually do. So I don't remember what perk lottery does, but I'm gonna take faster levitation. It's stupid, but it's fun. Oh. Poisoned. Just wash it off with blood. It's fine. Sniper. Dang it. What's this? Acceleration. Whoops. Did not mean to break it, but I guess that'll do. What? That's... There's... Oh, stop. Oh, goodness. That was weird. I've never seen that little ghost before. A bunch of Hisi appear out of thin air. Oh, that's not good. Come on. Give me the juice. Oh, I think one of them picked up that wand. Oh, I'm stuck. Help. Ugh. Where did that wand go? I'm gonna restock on speed boost. Whoa. What? Oh, he's got it. Get out of here. I guess I haven't really used the shield much, have I? Gonna have to zap him. Ow. Hurt me somehow. Oh, what? How did I not... Oh. How did I kill the guy behind him and not kill him? I'm a little disappointed that we haven't gotten around to the... like the super wands yet. Oh, I'm a... I'm a butcher mage. So, we do more blood. We have super powerful kicks. Our main wand is a chainsaw. And our secondary wand is probably going to get me killed because it shoots the metal saws that are extremely dangerous. The little ones bounce around. The big ones like boomerang backwards at you. I don't know why, but that is what they do. They're very powerful. They do lots of damage. But boy, are they dangerous. Come on. Oh, a wand already? Come here. Get you with the chainsaw. Circle of Stillness. That might come in handy. Hey, more health. Oh, I can cast Circle of Stillness and then chainsaw people to death. A treasure rain. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. That's a dead end. How do I get out of here? Look at all the blood I got from one enemy. My god. The Butcher Mage goes hard. It's just the Doomslayer. I can also use my chainsaw to tunnel through things. Unleash the coal. The red stuff down there is gunpowder. I know that. Must have crushed him. Ugh. Okay, I'm just gonna leave. Oh. I was not expecting that. The Circle of Stillness turned water into ice. And froze blood. Makes sense. But I wasn't expecting that. Oh, yes. Give me the juice. Just chainsaw my way through everything. More blood. More blood. Oh. I wasn't paying attention to my health. Chainsaw's probably not a good weapon. Here we go. Fire Druid. So we are immune to fire. All our spells are fire. This fireball also has the Trail of Oil always cast. So this thing is just going to light everything on fire. And we are immune, so I fear nothing. Duh. It doesn't make us immune to lava, no. Lava and explosions still hurt, but we are immune to fire itself. Fire also doesn't really do that much damage overall. Like, it still takes a while for enemies to die from fire. Oops. A cloud of oil follows me. Ooh, well, that's excellent for a fire mage. Look at that oil burn, baby. Right in between two mountains of coal. My mortal enemy. I am very happy that the immune to fire perk does not make you weak to water. Oop. Just let that guy blow himself up. It's all good. Please help. Get me out of here. Alright. Off you go. I think I can... No, poison... Toxic sludge doesn't really burn. Oh well. That wand will have to go without being collected. What is this? Worm pheromone. Water. That is the end of the world. We don't have a way to get across, so let's go. I don't know what boom does. Dynamite, bubble spark, torch. I don't really want any of these. The only downside is that both of our wands have limited ammo. Explosion immunity, I guess. Be immune to fire and explosions. Allow me to just ascend. Ooh. Well, I'm glad I got that explosion immunity. That could have been much worse. Up. There's so many things that fly in these mines. I kinda hate it. Let's just go. And the explosion on my little projectile is so tiny. Am I immune to lava? Nope. Definitely not. What's this? This is a lightsaber, apparently. Oh. Very limited lightsaber. Not very good. No, that one is dead already. Well, let's keep on trucking. Whoop. Oh, I'm out of ammo for that one. I'm very quickly running out of ammo. So it's gonna get nasty. How do I get out of here? Go this way, I guess. Of course, I missed all of them. Healthy rain. Ow. Lava hurt a lot. Oh, I ran out of levitation juice. I really wanted to get up to that cloud of green health that was up there and see if that did anything, but alas, it did not. A lightsaber. Random Star Wars fact about lightsabers. Lightsabers, many thousands of years before the movie trilogies, used to be powered by battery packs. Lightsabers had, like, cords attached to them that would lead to, like, a little battery pack, and the Jedi would have to use them like that. They were very impractical. But a lot of that kind of old Star Wars knowledge has been forgotten about because the Knights of the Old Republic games didn't really retcon it, but they changed the aesthetic that the comics originally had very heavily. And that changed a lot of people's perspectives about the Old Republic. I don't know if that's necessarily a good or bad thing. I love the Knights of the Old Republic stuff. And I've read, like, the old comics, and I like what they do. I like the stuff that the comics do and the storylines they present, but the aesthetic is a little bit weird, and I'm not 100% on board. No, I'm not immune to fire anymore. Biggie hole. Oh, goodness. Kicked you to death. Ow. Ow. Oh, God. Screw this. Let's get out of here. No, actually, the comics are set before the video games, but not by much, like 50 years maybe. Like, all the stuff that happens with, like Kildrama and Exar Kun and all that stuff didn't happen that long ago when the games are, as far as the games are concerned. It's like maybe 100 years or something like that. Like, it's well within the same generation, basically. I'm pretty sure. That's why, because those comics take place 4,000 years ago. Like, specifically, it just says 4,000 years ago, and that's why Knights of the Old Republic takes place at such a weird date. It's like 4,960 something before the Battle of Yavin. That's why that date is set to be so specifically weird, is because the comics already established the groundwork, and it is all still canon as far as the games are concerned. It's really interesting. I don't know why that keeps popping up whenever I go in here. Home shots. Well, my rocks don't home. Ow. Getting tired of throwing rocks around. That guy got outplayed. Oh, treasure chest. What happened? Bell refresher. What happened? Random perk. I got fast swimming as a random perk. Thank you. Thank you, chat. I'm pretty sure when Noita was originally given Twitch integration, that was all that you could vote on. It's just random perks. But now there's a whole bunch of other effects to vote on, and it's pretty fun. Get out of here. Get. Stop. Ow. Fire. Fire bad. I'm stuck. I'm trapped under rocks. Get me out of here. I'm gonna die. Oh, water. No. I am not good at this game. Thunder Witch. Let's roll. Oh, that's different. Thunder Charge. Explosion Thunder. Oh, I have very different wands this time around. These are very powerful wands, but they are hamstrung a bit by the amount of mana that they cost to use. Ow. I could burn that bridge down, but that'll take too long. Let's burn these bridges. Gunpowder. Gunpowder doesn't ignite from electricity, interestingly enough. I think it needs fire. Oh, well. Oh, they do drop gold. But how do I get out of here? I've got no way out of this place. I gotta go all the way around. Oh. Hello. Oh, hey, a toxic sludge potion. Perfect. Just what I needed. Just go ahead and spray everything with toxic sludge. All the gold is... Oh, hey, you're still alive. Oh, there's a worm, too. Where'd it go? Oh, give me that gold. Whoops. Kind of just blew myself up a little bit. You know, it happens. Oh, I don't want to be an Eldritch Druid again. Get out of your cart. I dislike the Eldritch Druid. Fireman is free. This just straight up shoots an arrow. There's nothing wrong with that. What's that? Pheromone. This guy sucks. Whatever, I'll just leave him. They're very difficult to deal with. What's this? Concentrated mana potion. Sure. Oh. Projectiles become explosive. Yeah. Oh, this is not good. This game loves its fire. Oh, hello. Ow, 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 ow. Help, water. We murdered each other. I shot him with an arrow and he shot me with a shotgun. My ability to play this game is diminishing. This one's got 2 tentacles on it. Slimy egg. Perfect. Circle of Thunder. Yeah, sure. Ah. Oil potion. God, the tentacle wand is such garbage. So tempting. I don't even think I have anything that can be able to blow up barrels anyway. Oh, that's my friend. That is my friend. He is a friendly slime monster. Ow, I'm on fire. Well, I guess that's one way to put me out. Instant ocean. Not on fire now. It is a very quick way to put me out. Instant ocean also sounds like a band. What? How did that not kill you? I hit you with the tentacle. I definitely feel like the tentacle is a mod thing because functionality is very odd. It also grabs items and pulls them toward you. Slightly. Again, not a lot, but just a little bit. So like when someone throws a stick of dynamite at you, you will sometimes grab it and pull it toward you. I can't even afford a new wand, so let's just keep moving, I guess. Do I want to change anything? No. Things are exploding. Stainless armor, exploding corpses. Let's do exploding corpses. That should be amusing. No. Down in the coal pits. Everything burns. Everything burns down here. Don't know how that worked, but I'll take it. Oh, goodness. I want that wand. Thank you for the dropping dead. Give me, please. Oh, no. Heavy spread with disc projectiles. Oh, this is... been cursed with bomb. Oh, no. I'm also slowed. Must outrun boss. Okay. Oh, God. That was an extreme amount of destruction. Yee. Alright, well, I can take, assuming I survive this, I can take the metal projectiles I got, and I can make a wand that'll work a bit better than the one I have. Because the one I have now is just kind of, will just shoot them at everywhere. Any which direction. I gotta change that. Oh, hello. Just a sea of blood at the bottom of this. I'm sure that's normal. Stupid rock. I still can't really afford much, can I? Okay, let's tinker with our wands here. That's a pretty good wand, actually. If I just give it straight discs. Yeah, that'll work. Because I don't really need... I guess I could try multicast with a tentacle. Oops. I don't know if that does anything, but I'll try it. But I'll probably switch to using the saws as my primary method as long as they don't kill me. Living on the edge. Bomb the streamer. Oh, well. Almost got me. I'm surprised it didn't do more damage to the temple. Okay. Forgot what wand I had equipped. Yeah, these... the metal projectiles... Okay. Sure, that's also acceptable. Just walked right into that one. I think if you get blown up by an explosion, it doesn't tell you like what enemy killed you. Because you can... Yeah, if you look at the progress here, it does have a full list of all the spells, all of the perks, all of the enemies. In that case, that was an Uko. I have killed 2 of them. Oh, it just said nothing. Cool. Alright, so I am a Fire Witch. Fire Trail, Burning Trail, and Magic Missile. That seems a little excessive, but you know what? I'll take it. I like the fact that everything is already on fire. That's a good sign. Ow. Nope, nope, nope. Ah, that crit did a lot of damage. More fire. But I wonder, this one already has a trail of oil, so it has both now. I want in there. Please stop standing on the little ledge. I don't care. Oh no. I turned into a shotgun guy, but now I'm taking damage from the fire. Oh, okay. Everything's fine. It's just a pool of burning toxic waste with a portal in the middle. Everything's fine. That's a lot of bombs. Low on wands. Let's see what this one does. Okay, this is this isn't a wand. This is a gun. We need that. All right, well, that'll work. Once I run out of ammo in my other ones. Low gravity, breathless, low gravity. Come on. Come on. Nearby materials transmuted to acid for some time. Ooh. The acid in this game is really cool. Ouch. It does a lot of damage. But it also, like, burns through the ground. And when it burns, it releases, flammable gas. What is this purple stuff? Slime. Yeah, these purple flying things release slime, which, when it gets on you, it slows you down. Help. Help. I'm going to die. Oh no, the wheel. Oh no, poison. Oh, that's the gunpowder going. You shoot while you're underwater. Ow. Well, that right there is a problem. There are multiple portals. Or I can just get slapped in the head by that thing. By a lepaco. Alright. Fire mage. This is a good one. So we've got an infinite use wand that shoots a trail of oil as well as a firebomb. As well as fireballs that also act as a torch. There's going to be a lot of fire in this run. Help. There we go. There's going to be so much fire. Get out of here, lantern. I don't need you. Oh. There we go. I love that I can just create oceans of fire anywhere I want. Tentacle monster has been released upon this world. I don't know what that is. Is that it? What in tarnation? Help. What? What is this thing? Is it dead? I don't think it's dead. Oh, I see. This wand has the torch equipped, so it's literally just a torch. It also casts fireball. I can light things on fire with it. So if I can make a pool of oil and then light it on fire with my torch. If it doesn't light on fire by itself first. Okay, let's head over here. Oh, not an explosion. Please get me out of here. I guess, if nothing else, fire is a pretty good way to, like, prevent enemies. Because the pool of oil slows them down, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Oh no, it was a trap. I took the wand and it activated... It activated the sparker, which has caused a very, very small fire to begin in this oil. Let's speed it up a bit, shall we? There we go. Let's see what you were trying to do there. This is a weird wand that has just a whole bunch of stuff on it. It doesn't seem like it's that jerk. Doesn't seem like it's that useful. I'll replace that one. This one shoots black holes. Okay, black holes don't seem to do damage, but they do eat up the terrain really well. They'll pass right through everything. Doesn't matter what it is. I like the black hole wand quite a bit for digging. Alright, I didn't get very much money, but we'll keep it moving. Splitter bolt, long distance cast, black hole. Bifurcated splitter bolt. I'm gonna buy these 2 splitter bolts. And this wand is kind of garbage as it is. So I'll keep Fire Trail and I'll put the splitter bolts on there. Let's see. Cool. Faster movement, slime blood, gas fire. More fire. Gases near you ignite automatically. Perfect. Ooh, what's this? Oh. I got me a new black hole wand. Shoots 2 black holes at once. Is this summon egg? My god. No. Ow. 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 You summoned Legos. Don't step on them. Do a lot of damage. Oh, there's a worm here. Whoops. Let's follow the worm trail. Let's see if we can find where you're hiding. There's a lot of explosives. Help. So much fire. All right, magma blood. Yeah, that I would assume that that is definitely a mod effect. Alright, let's get out of here before I... Oh, come on. I just barely missed the portal. Sigh. We got one new thing. Torch. Big lava hours. Oh, butcher magician. Got my chainsaw. And okay, this one just shoots the little projectiles. Break that stalactite. Come on. Fine. Just chew right through a minecart with my chainsaw. I've never seen these water pipes before. That's neat. Need to get treasure. is this? Fireball, double spell. Sure. Nope. Can't go that way. One of your wands is now a shuffle wand. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means to be a shuffle wand. Oh yeah, it probably just pulls the spells at random, but all of mine were pretty straightforward. There is definitely an aspect of, like, I guess, programming to this game, in which you can set up sequences of very specific events onto your wands and have very catastrophic things happen. We haven't really come across any of the big scary wands yet. The things that cast, like, nuclear explosions and stuff. Hey. Ow. Ow. Stop it. Oh. A gunpowder potion. Whoa. I didn't expect the gunpowder to just explode on contact. You got a lot of money. We also have very basic wands. Whoa. That's not good. Oh no. It's all on fire. It's all gone horribly wrong. Okay, it didn't anger the gods. Somehow. Oil cloud? Oh, yes it did. Hello. Ow. Oh god. Ow. I can't. Ow. I can't fight this guy. I have to just run. Ow. I didn't see where the explosion came from. I saw the, I sure saw the shotgun, but I didn't see the explosion. I don't want to be an Eldritch Rock. I very much dislike the tentacle. I'll try one more run as a Thunder Wizard. God, covered in oil. Fire potion. Ow. Oh, that killed him. I am almost out of ammo already. Everyone becomes berserk. I think that means they do more damage. Can't actually get anywhere on that side. I need some more money, so I'm gonna keep looking. Still in pretty good shape. What's this? Unstable teleportation. Sounds safe. Oh. He dodged. Twice, even. Oh. I don't know what you are. I've never seen you before. You don't seem to be very threatening. Oh, never mind. Ow. What? What? I have never seen that enemy before. At least I don't think I have. Cloud is very bad. Yeah, I didn't even get an entry for him because I didn't kill him. I also like how the enemies all have very, like... I don't know what language this is. I'm assuming it's, like, Finnish or something. Some sort of Scandinavian language, definitely. All the enemies have those names. Like, this thing is straight up just like a tank. Like, it's a minigun with treads, and it's called Tanky. Oh, this one's IT Tanky. That one's KK Tanky. Well, I think that'll be it for Noita. Noita.exe has stopped working. It sure has. But that won't be the end of the stream because I do have some other things lined up. There's another game that I haven't played in a long time. I played it when it was in early access, like 3 years ago. And I haven't really played it since. But it also has Twitch integration. If I can launch it. Steam does not want to cooperate. One moment. Oh, there it is. Let's see. I might have to restart it. It's not showing up as a game capture in OBS, unfortunately. No, of course it isn't. Maybe that. Let me see. Ah, there we go. Yes, it is Dead Cells. Like I said, I bought and played this game many years ago, way back when it was in early access. It has since been released on PC, on Steam, on console, it's on Switch. It's really solid, actually. I had a lot of fun with it back then. It's changed a lot. But it also has streaming integration in different ways. So there's still votes and interactions. I'm going to turn off Captain Chicken. Actually, no. I'll activate Captain Chicken. Nah, I'll leave that all on. So people can volunteer to be Captain Chicken, and then you will be able to control Captain Chicken from the chat in-game. You'll be able to talk. Other people... Okay, you can also gain control of bosses. There's level modifiers. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I don't really know exactly everything, so I figure we just dive in and see how bad it gets. What is this? Oh, this is the tailor. I'm gonna change outfits. We got the classic, the Galaxy, the Baguette, the retro outfit. I'll go with the Galaxy outfit for now. So yeah, Dead Cells is another roguelike. You get random weapons. I don't want the shield. It's got a very tight control scheme. One second. Where's my sound? It's got a very tight control scheme. You can roll, jump, do like a ground pound. It's pretty neat. My favorite feature is that you can roll through doors that break open. Nope, that guy has a shield. Shields, when they hit, or when you hit a shield, it'll stun you for a second, so you definitely don't want to get hit by those. The blood sword causes bleeding. Marksman's bows inflict a critical hit at long range. Yeah. Nice. It is a very fast-paced game, so it is kind of difficult to keep things from getting too confusing. Did I install the widget? Oh, I probably didn't. I don't need this. I probably did not install the widget. 1 second. Install. Let me see here. There. It is now active. Let me just... Twitch. I want to go to my channel. Yeah. There we go. So now the widget should be active. You might have to refresh. And hopefully that'll work. I have... Like I said, I played this game way back when it was in early access, so I'm kind of... I still seem to have the muscle memory. This game also gets really difficult fairly quickly. Not so much a fan of the weapons I've got at the moment. Blueprint required. Ice shield. That would be great if I used shields. Open a door down here. I also have an upgrade that lets us grow these vines. All my progress has carried over from way back when I played it before. I don't remember what this does. It's probably not worth it. Well, let's see. Infantry grenade. Sure. Let's see what this does. Okay. Gotta shoot people from a distance to get that crit bonus. I know when I played before, there were like secret passages you could find too. But I don't remember what the tell was for them anymore. Well, let's go to the toxic sewers. Oh, there's no in-between. Okay, yeah, this is the in-between. Yeah, some of the Twitch extensions are not good. Okay, so we can spend our cells that we've collected on unlocking new stuff. And these are all permanent upgrades. So we can unlock like new items that will show up in future runs. Let's see here. Outfits. The Royal Gardener's outfit. So far I've been dumping everything into the specialist showroom, so I'm gonna keep doing that. We can get a mutation. Yep. More damage. I like red items. I go ahead and restore that HP. I always forget that you have one potion in between levels. I always forget about it. Oh, that's a pipe there. Enemies. Oh, hello, Scorpion. I've never seen you before. Enemies already have a lot more health. Whoa, whoa. Wow, that hit hard. Whoa. Whoa. Dang. Wow, the sewers are a lot more difficult than they used to be. There's a whole bunch of new enemies I've never seen before. I mean, granted, the last time I've really played this game was several years ago. Also, in the starting area in these jars, you can see all the stuff that you've unlocked. I still got lots to go. So... info. Think. Yeah, I don't know if it's working or not. I don't know if the Twitch integration is working or not at this point. Oh, that's what these are. There's little secrets in the wall where these runes are. The witch is there, but there aren't any votes. Let's see. Everything is activated. If this doesn't work, I also have another game that should. But, let me do a quick little search here and see what I can find. Okay, I think it might have been because I started a new game. So I just want to go back into here. That's, nope, it's a separate window. Let's do normal mode. Yeah, because I just continued last time. So if I start a new game, then hopefully things will right themselves. Throwing knife and Spartan sandals. Ooh. This is not a great starting setup. I do really like the way that you can kick people through doors, but gotta take the long way around. The archers have just enough health that I can kick them and they just die. What else is down here? What is this strange creature stuck to his face? He still spasms a bit, as if he was half alive. Better not linger. That's staying too long could have unforeseen consequences. It's a head crab zombie. Oh, I see. There's a blueprint for the HEB outfit and the crowbar. This is a much more heavy-handed reference than I expected it to be. Oh, this is open. So if you do things fast enough, this door will remain open, and you can get more rewards. Frenzy. Ice bow. I guess I'll take that instead of the sandals. I don't really like the sandals that much. This, I assume I need 30 kills to open, maybe? Ah, I see. So the blueprints that you find get added to the list of things that you can potentially unlock. Inflict critical hits for 8 seconds after destroying a door. Surprisingly effective to get rid of parasites. Sure. Let's see. Plus 25 damage if there are no enemies near me. Sure. I don't need it. So I assume that there's still nothing coming up as far as Twitch integration, which is disappointing. I'm back. Sound plugin crashed. So I briefly lost sound. I still have no sound for in-game, which is curious. Seems to have lost on the stream as well. Where did it go? Huh. All my sound seems to have gone. I may have to restart the game. Maybe if I restart it, things will be better. I can only hope so. There we go. I guess. So it's another interaction use the widget rather than chat. Requires the installation of Dead Cell streaming extension. I could just turn that off, I suppose. Then you don't need to use the widget. And see if that works a bit better. I can also change my diet so that the food items that drop will be different. It'll be Castlevania-esque. Oh, hold up. There we go. That's probably why. Because I'm an idiot. Yeah. I'll just continue to use the chat. It seems a bit easier than the widget. Ooh, rapier. That is rather rude. Oh. Welcome, Fiona. Liposuction. Oh, ice bow. Yeah. It makes a little noise whenever you talk. So, rapier is one of my favorite weapons because it automatically inflicts critical hits after you roll. So it's very easy to just roll through people and hit them super hard. Oh, I guess you guys vote on like everything. So you guys vote on what my stat improvements are, as well as where we would like to go next. So brutality are the red items, will increase their damage. Tactics are purple, and survival are green. Brutality is generally the one that I go with. Yeah. Oh no. Zombies. Please stop. I guess it's up to you guys to open the chest. Wow, there's the Twitch integration goes pretty deep in this game. Interesting. I don't know if that's still... We'll see if you can keep doing it. Oh yeah. I guess I can also hit it. But I don't know if my attacks do anything. A little bit. Broadsword 2. Not a fan. I'll recycle it. I'll get the money. I don't know what this is. Maybe turret. Turret's pretty good. That's what Captain Chicken is here for. My favorite thing too is that rolling through doors actually stuns enemies. There's just something so satisfying about rolling through a door into a room and stunning everybody and then just slaughtering them. You need to add me in lowercase. Yeah, technically my name is lowercase. Which is weird because even when I signed up, that wasn't the case. Dump those into the crowbar. More damage. Refill my health flask. Door will open at the end of the ongoing vote. Oh yeah, I saw that. Hold up. Another Star Wars fact. I suppose a Star Wars fact would be to go off all the Knights of the Old Republic stuff. You can actually, there's actually quite a bit of references to the comics and the video games. Like, I know in KOTOR 2 you can actually find the armor of Exar Kun, who was a major player in the comics. And not to be confused, because there was another series of comics that came out after the games that had like the similar kind of aesthetic and similar design, similar characters and stuff like that. I'm not talking about those comics. I'm talking about the comics, the Dark Horse comics that came out long before the games ever did. Oh, I guess Captain Chicken is different for each stage. I can't get up there. And I've forgotten how fast-paced this game is. It's wild. I'll never be rid of you. I know that. That makes it sound in a bad way. I didn't mean it like that. I'm happy to have you along as Captain Chicken. Can't climb. Oh, the ground pound is so satisfying. Wait, I can just teleport. What do I... Oh, there's probably chains up there. Oh, I can climb the pipes. That's what it is. I forgot about that. Oh, that's a lot of enemies. Oh. Yeah, there wasn't really that much down, which is weird because it's, you know, the sewers. You'd think there would be more downward to be had, but... Ow, 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 ow. Exploding eggs. Hello. Oh, thank you. You gonna buy something or what? I have forgotten what are good items. I think the magnetic grenade is pretty good. Wolf trap. Yeah, with wolf trap. Hey, over here. I saw your fight. It was pretty impressive. Did you get it? Excellent. Now give it to me. I said, give it to me. I knew it. Just like all the rest. You'll regret this. I have no idea what he was talking about. I think that was something I unlocked from a previous run, and have no idea what that was. Can't get up there. There must be a wall jump ability or something that I have yet to achieve. I don't know if the game will censor you or not. They might. There's no option to have like a word. Oops. Ow, ow, ow. It will not. I think some of the characters might swear in game too, so. Whoop. Stop scorpions. What? You were supposed to be dead. Keep going down. This is where the down section is. No, I want to get up. Oh, hello. Well, I also have a heal. Cursed treasure. Oh, right, the doors explode. I don't know if I want to open this cursed treasure. I do. Oh, that's right. That's what this is. All right, so we get some stuff. Double crossbow-matic. Yeah. And a new choice of power. So we do get a pretty good reward. But yeah, if we take one hit, we're dead. Unless we kill 10 enemies. Which should be doable. I'll play this, play it safely. Use our abilities to their advantage, I was going to say. I got too excited. I saw a little vine thing that I could grow, but it was not to be. Well, we get some of our money back. Our hero is dead. Oh. It does feel a little bit weird that it, like, tells people to react in a certain way. Ow. What does this do? Inflicts critical hit at close range. Okay, this is the infantry bow. Whoa. How did I miss you? Come on, I can get in there. It is just a draw as well, so yeah. Feel free. Pastry. Delicious. No. Oh, hey. That's a thing. How do I... There's a rune in the ground there, and I don't know how to interact with it. Hey, that's not fair. You can't get outside enemies. Oh, they did change the words. POW is no longer acceptable. It is boom, crack, piff, and paff. Throwing knife. I don't want a throwing knife. These Twitch chests continue to be less than ideal. Oh, hey, more throwing knives. Oh, knife dance. That is the trigger ability. That one is useful. Also, I should probably heal. Ow. Okay, so I can't actually heal myself. It is in fact up to you. I think I do have multiple heals, but I have no control over it. I can request it, but it is still up to my chicken friend. Tom's place. Prisoner and doctor of mushroomology. Abandoned ages ago. Oh, actually, a family of rats seems to call the place home these days. The devious little fellow made a passage for himself through the wall. Secret zone. All kinds of mushrooms have been carefully ground down into fine, multicolored powders. Pretty sure they weren't using these to flavor the soup. A variety of different shaped mushrooms are proliferating in these jars. By the looks of them, they should have some interesting psychotropic properties. Good old Dr. Tom here must have been supplying the whole prison. There's... Yeah. That's probably a good idea. Seems to be where the mushroomologist stabs the profit from his little business. Yeah, give me the cash. So there is... Ooh, what's this? Multiple Nox bow. Shoots 3 arrows at the same time. Cool. I'll keep it. So there is, like, lore in this game. I don't know... I don't remember much about it, and I haven't gotten that far. Oh, I need to go to the Promenade of the Condemned. I have to find it. But yeah, there is, like, lore to this game. I don't remember very much, but it's there. There's also one other weapon that I haven't found yet. That I think it's like a dagger or something, but it does a critical hit every time you hit someone in the back. That one's probably my favorite because I can just roll behind people and just lay into them. V-turret, infantry grenade. Quick to use, but not super powerful. I'll get a turret. Turrets are always good to have. I think that's just a regular bomb. Probably should have kept my other bow. I think it was a little more useful. May not do as much like baseline damage as this one, but it had the crit at long, or at short range, I should say. God, there's nothing more satisfying than ground stomping someone and just having them explode. Yeah, DPS big number. I don't know, there's something about this game that makes me just want to focus on crits more than anything. It probably gets me killed more often than anything else. Then I like have to fight a boss and my weapon is terribly weak. I think this might be the right way. A death orb. I'm gonna keep the Dorb. That was the Dorb. Oh, okay. I require the dilapidated arboreal. Ow. Stop. Okay, can't get up there. Oh, Promenade of the Condemned is right over here. Perfect. This away. I've arrived. I have 10 cells. Put them into crowbar. Combo mutation and refill. Let me in. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. Spikers. Time for some mushroom hunting. There was an item up here at some point. I don't remember what it was, but I collected it a long time ago, and it is permanent. There are like some permanent items that you collect that let you unlock certain things. Like this, I need the gardener's key, which I don't have. I thought I did, but I guess not. Oh, mushroom. So in this level, it introduces the scarecrows that provide shields for enemies around them. I've never seen those mushrooms before. Otherwise, pretty much a lot of the same enemy types. There's some new guys that like teleport. Get back here. I want through there. Gotta kill the scarecrows first. Ah, no. Just made that little bat thing explode. The Promenade of the Condemned is a lot different of a level. Very different level layout. Which is understandable. Oh god, so many of these guys. The magic skeletons that throw the orbs at you, they used to look a lot different, actually. They used to look just like the green guys, except they were purple. They just looked like skeletons. Now they've got, like, the orbs and stuff on their backs. Scorbs. That was a change that happened quite a while ago. Oh boy. But that was right around the time that I stopped playing, was when they changed that. I'm gonna take the stun grenade, because I know which boss is next, or which boss is coming up. I do have strong score opinions. Yeah, I know what boss is coming up. Oh, it's an elite. It's gotten bigger. Just an elite skeleton. Topaz Amulet. Gain an extra jump in midair. Nice. So you do have, like, equipment slots, or an equipment slot. And the Prisoner's Collar is what you start with, and it's just garbage. I can recycle it right now. For $1. I make this game look easy. Oh, I already have a double jump. Now I have a triple jump. The jumps are a little underwhelming. Who needs elevators? Yeah, it's... Like I said, I've played through enough of, like, the first bit of this game that it's all fairly familiar. Mad sides instead of mad ups, basically. But this game ramps up in difficulty a lot. Like, after this level, it gets wild. What about this one? The crows already worked this one over pretty good. By order of the king, all persons presenting behavioral disorders or noticeable deteriorations in their appearance shall be imprisoned and hanged by the neck until dead. If the prison doctor confirms the diagnosis of infection. Glad they added that. For a second there, I really thought we were talking about genocide. So yeah, there, like I said, there is some plot about, like, an infection, but the problem is I started playing this game when it was in early access, and the plot wasn't fully formed yet. It wasn't fully clear. And now that the game is out, it's just kind of like dropping plot stuff on me all the time, and I'm like, I don't really know how this is relevant or important anymore. I am a faceless abomination. That is 100% confirmed. Headless, actually, to be quite specific. There's actually a thing, if you talk, or if you look at the pile of bodies next to the guy that sells you or gives you mutations, they're all like your former bodies. You are basically possessing bodies of people who have been executed, had their heads chopped off. No. In order to do this, whatever it is that I'm currently doing. I suppose that is true. You must be faceless to be headless, but you don't have to be headless to be faceless. When did I suddenly get ridiculous amounts of health? Every upgrade that I get gives me health as well. So it's not just like, oh, you need to pick green to get health. Every single one of them gives me a boost of health. So I've got, you know, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 upgrades already. Plus 5, this one. Statue of the King of the Island. How could he see anything with that helmet on? Yeah, like all of this lower stuff wasn't in the game originally when I played it. This was all added afterwards, so it's like I feel a bit lost. Maybe I should just start a new game from scratch. Then I lose all my progress. Wait. I don't believe in elevators. I'm gonna stab myself. Ah. That wasn't fair. You do have wings, so you don't need elevators, although you are a chicken. Oh. You guys teleport. Yeah. Wasn't a matter of life or death, but things can end up going very south very quickly. Oh, of course, now it drops a pastry. Well, hey, that's $300. That is true. If Zelda taught us anything, it is that chickens can't fly, but they can hover for a brief amount of time. And if Zelda isn't accurate, then I don't know what is. No, can't get up there. I might not actually be able to go to the prison depths. What? A rose. I can't get up there either. This is the part, I know I've been to the ramparts before. I think I've been to the ossuary. I might have been to the prison depths too. I can't remember, because once you get past this point, the game gets really hard, and I can't remember where I've been and where I haven't. I don't know if it'll actually prevent me from going to the other places. I don't think they would allow Twitch viewers to soft lock you out of completing a level. That seems a little bit cruel. Ugh. Get out of here. All these mushrooms. Ha, sucker. The Twin Blades crit on the third strike. So I have a crit weapon again, which is nice. Thank you. I think, yeah, this is pretty much it. Yeah, that's the ramparts. What else is down here? Oh, that's the ossuary. The ossuary is really difficult. I've been there before, but it's like, it's super hard. I have no idea where the prison depths are, but I'm assuming probably either down there or, yeah, probably down there. So I can't actually get there. I must get like a penalty or something if I don't go to the place that was voted. That would be my guess. Let's unlock that crowbar. Health flask. Okay, so I've got Health Flask 3 upgraded right now, so the Health Flask can be used 3 times in a level. Because I can upgrade it to 4. What else? I guess I'll just keep dumping it into there. I want to see what that is. Crowbar 4. Do like the bow though. Yeah, if you look at the pile of corpses here. Funny, they look a little like me. Oh. Close to a deployed skill. Let's go with Tranquility. Guy hides in his backpack. Alright, refill our health flask and up to the ramparts we go. I'm pretty sure this is a boss fight. Nope, not quite. I think there's this level, and then I think it's a boss fight. Oh no, an elite green boy. He's huge. An unknown artifact. Customization room. This permanent rune unlocks the custom mode. Huh. I love the little suggestions of things that it tells you for chat to say. How many jumps do I have now? I have still the 3. Oh, they pop up on screen too. GG. Oh. Let me see then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I've got 4 now. Oh, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in total. I seem to remember these things being super annoying. There's also the spellcasters in this level that can shoot spells at you through walls, which is super annoying. Yeah, they don't... Yeah, they really give you just nothing as far as vertical height goes. A little bit, but nothing to write home about. That guy was new. Never seen him before. No. Stop it. The game does feel a little bit easier, actually. Frostbite. Maybe they adjusted the difficulty a bit from when I last played, because it felt like some of these enemies were way more difficult. Oh boy. Oh, he's invisible. Yeah, broadsword. Cannot be interrupted by an enemy's attack. Shoots an arrow in front of me. The second and third hits are critical. Broadsword is powerful, but it's slow. Yeah, the spam chat chest things are a little bit weird. If I have the widget turned on, maybe they act a little bit differently. But again, you can pretty much customize the whole experience. Oh wait, no. Well, yeah, I guess a heal probably isn't a bad idea. Been playing too much Hollow Knight, I keep pressing the left trigger to bring up my map. Power. Always rip and tear. Oh. God, these guys are the worst. Ooh. You're mean. It's another game that I need to get around to playing one of these days. Doom Eternal. I've watched people play through the whole game, and they still, like, can't help but think, I need to play this. Alright. So that was just a straight-up upgrade for our twin blades. Yeah, let's not take the teleporter. This version of the twin blades also throws a grenade. And does a lot more damage. All right. Aha. Secret. Archer battle. Ow. I kind of forgot that there were bottomless pits. I don't like those guys, not one bit. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. This is a pretty good run so far. Pretty happy with where we're at. We got some decent equipment. Really, the main problem with the game is that you could get a really good item or a really good weapon or something early on, but it just wouldn't scale up well enough that kept it viable. That was always a bit of a problem, but it seems to be going pretty well right now. Got a pretty strong set of knives here. Alright, that's it for that one too. Also, I don't remember if it's just part of the base game, but it's like there's some sort of mechanic that I have, at least, where if you kill an enemy or if you do like if you do something specific, I feel like it has to do with the ground pound, then it gives you a speed boost for a short amount of time. It might be something that I have unlocked as like a permanent upgrade. It's been so long since I've played. I don't remember what I have and what I don't. I don't have this, though. Whatever that is. So I can't get there. Wishing me well with democracy. Thank you, Papa. It's greatly appreciated. It still counts. There also doesn't seem to be any vote as to where I go next, which pretty much confirms to me that next up is Mr. Bossman. Man, I have forgotten how much fun this game is. Oh. Nope. The Black Bridge. That is definitely a boss fight. Oh, there's an item up there. I've gotten a lot of upgrades in this level. Knife Dance 4L. Victim of bleeding spreads it to other nearby enemies. Shots pierce the first target. Colorless. The highest level applies. Ooh. I'm gonna get that instead of the heavy turret. I will recycle the turret. But first, we must explore. That's a pit. I was about to be all cool and be like, oh yeah, let's dive our way to the bottom, and, well... Is this a bottomless pit? That's almost certainly a bottomless pit. Let's get out of here. Break doors. The door breaking is also very satisfying. Passage to the Black Bridge. Kill 60 enemies without taking any damage. Wow, that's rough. Well, oh, we got... What's the one that we unlocked? Frostbite. Enemies suffer 61 DPS while they are slowed down. No space between R and slow. R slowed. I want to unlock the specialist showroom because I want to see what's in there. Hello. Recover 0.25 HP when an enemy dies, up to 50%. Reduces your infection level when you kill a boss. I don't know anything about the whole, like, infections thing. Feels like I should, but I think that's a feature they added after I stopped playing the game, so I am unfamiliar. Let's hope it doesn't destroy me. Boss, dead ahead. Okay, so you can be Captain Chicken if you want, or you can be the boss. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Oh, right. It's got that stupid thing. He's got, like, the aura around him that damages you. It's a really simple boss fight, but it is still really difficult. Jeez. Excuse me. God. I don't think I've ever beaten him before. I think his difficulty has been toned down a bit. Might just be because I have a ton of health, too. Ow. Nope. That's what I wanted. This is the reason I wanted stun grenade. Oh, the rain is the nasty one. This is a really good run, though. Look at all that money. Tonic. I don't want a blueprint for the flint. That looks cool. A nutcracker for... I think... Nutcracker's a big hammer. not bad. I still prefer having a bow, though. Okay, so I have beaten that boss before, because I've been to this level. The Stilt Village and the Slumbering Sanctuary. It's still a difficult boss. Hey, short stuff. You made it this far alive, eh? Well, you know what I mean. I'm the blacksmith. I work with the collector next door. So if you got the cells, I can improve your gear. Huh. Investing cells permanently increases the drop rate of high-quality items. Wow. That's quite good. I guess you only get him in between bosses? Flint. Melee weapon. Brutality. Survival. Hold the attack to inflict a critical hit and claim create a flaming trail dealing 162 damage. I got no cells. Okay, so I can only have 3 mutations. I can reset them for 1,000. But I'm pretty happy with what I got. Seems to be working out for me, so I will, I'll keep going. The Stilt Village. I have been to the Stilt Village before. It's the fishing hamlet from Bloodborne, basically. Follow the light. The level is plunged into darkness. Oh, God. Remember how I said this game gets hard? That's a crab with katanas. That is a crab with swords. I have never seen those crabs before. They are definitely new. Oh. Oh, you're throwing stuff at me. You did fail to kill me, apparently. So this level's gimmick is there's a bunch of like side rooms you can go into. Hey. Pastry. Turkey. Restores 1 health flask charge. Huh. Yeah, that's probably pastry. It's fine, you're a different species. Twitch chest. You'd eat it if it was a chicken too. I mean, no doubt. Stun grenade 5. Yeah. There's a picture of a key here. Thank you. I was just about to ask. So these guys with the cannons are... If they're the same as they were before I stopped playing, they are terrifying enemies. God, these crabs. Samurai crabs. I don't remember... Oh, I am losing light. The village key. Oh, I'm just straight up taking damage from being in the dark. That sucks. That's what these things are for. Oh. Let me in. Oh. Yeah, I kind of thought it was going to be like hard to see unless I stick by the lights, but no, I straight up die if I am outside of the lights. For too long, anyway. Which... I don't know why it was so difficult when I was inside that room, because out here it seems to be pretty simple to stay on top of it. There's lots of the little light nodes around. Oh, I got a speed boost. I'm zooming. Oh, the cannonballs. That's why the cannonballs do so much damage. Oof. Eat that pastry too. Oh no, the light. Ugh. Oh, you're not supposed to shoot though. Why is this little worm teleporting? Get out of here. It's following me. Zap. I am out of Healy juice. Yeah, this is... I've been to this level before, but this is... I think I may have gotten past here like once or twice before. This is the part where it's really like, okay, this is where the game means business. If your build has been like lagging behind in any way, this is where it shows. A key. And I guess, I mean, it's probably also the fact that I tend to build in a way that benefits, like, one-on-one combat more than anything else. And when I get overwhelmed by enemies, it kind of all falls apart. Ow, ow. Cannonballs hit really hard, though. I keep thinking those little teleporting slugs that are appearing are like roasted hams. Oh, okay. You probably won't be allowed to heal, because if I were to try and heal myself without the juice, I would just kind of look at my empty flask and shake my head. Ah, everything must go. Multiple Nox bow. This probably does more damage. The victim's remains explode. That sounds good. Break your door just for good measure. And off I go. Oh, that's an elite crab, I think. Ah, get out of here. I do have, like, the vampirism perk on. So... oh, I've been in here already? There's no key in here. I guess I wasn't here already. Yeah, I was. Oh, this is gonna be the death of me. Yep. Enemies hit really hard once you get to that point in the game. And unfortunately, there's a great deal of RNG. Although, it is offset in the fact that there are permanent upgrades you get. Like the Dead Man's Bag, for example, and all the stuff that you unlock. So it is definitely... It's nice. You do get permanent upgrades. Plus, with the blacksmith, you can permanently upgrade the quality of items that you find. So there's a lot to it. And there's all these cosmetics as well that I haven't unlocked yet. Yeah, if we had one more healing, we might have gotten through there. I also should not have gone to where the elite was. Should not have challenged him. But alas. I think that might do it for me this evening, though. That's been a good 3.5 hours. I had no idea how this would all turn out, but I've reminded myself how much fun Dead Cells is. And it's a lot of fun for Twitch integration too. I want to take a look at the options here. So, Captain Chicken, authorize Captain Chicken to speak. Activate control of boss, activate level modifiers, community codex, community chests. Viewers can let you know what they spotted a secret, but not the exact location. Winky face tongue. Activate comments. Okay, the comments are a little bit ridiculous, so I might turn those off. Level suggestions. Vote windows will be on the left if deactivated. Yeah, no, I enjoyed that. It's a lot more in depth than I expected it to be. It's pretty cool that they can build something that has that much of an interaction with Twitch. I've never really played something that plays off of like Twitch chat that much. I know that there are games out there, but that's new to me. The other game that I was going to play if this one didn't work out would have been Domina, which I have tried to play Domina. It never really clicked with me for some reason, but I know that's got like pretty heavy Twitch integration too, so that might be fun. I also don't have the DLC for this game. I know that there is a DLC pack, the Barrels of Fun, but I have not bought that. Also because I really haven't gotten very far in that game. Not at all. What you saw today is probably pretty close to as far as I've ever made it. But I might be playing it more. Like I said, I reminded myself how much fun it is, so I might play it again, play it some more in my off time, and prepare for the future. I've still got all the muscle memory. It's still there. But that'll be it for me for this evening. I'll probably be back tomorrow afternoon. I want to I'm going to be going for a bit of a blast from the past. I'm going to be taking it back to a stream or to a game that I played as a child and I loved, and it's where all of my like all my notification sounds come from, sounds and the little animated gifs. I'm gonna be playing Majesty, Majesty, the Fantasy Kingdom sim. It's a game that I feel like that didn't get enough love when it was around. It's very unique. I've never really played any other game like it. The closest thing I can really equate it to is like maybe Dwarf Fortress ish. It's weird. It comes across as very like RTS, like kind of a classic RTS game, but it isn't. It's more of a simulator. It's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I want to show it off and see how well it's held up, because that game was that game was my childhood basically, and so I want to get back to that. And then I'm not doing any Satisfactory. I've basically reached the end of Satisfactory, so to speak. I haven't unlocked every milestone, but I've gotten to the point where I can see there are none left. So, um, there are none beyond the ones that I can unlock. So I've kind of gotten to the end of that of the content that's available, unfortunately. So maybe I might do like one more stream of that just to like show off my factory or something like that, or a brief visit. But I think that'll be on the shelf for a little bit. But on Thursday afternoon, I intend to play another game, Hydroneer, which is kind of a low budget indie version of Satisfactory that isn't Minecraft. It's a little different. It's got more of a specific focus, but I've played it before and it's pretty fun. It's not I wouldn't say it's got like a long term appeal, but it's fun. And there's one developer. It's all being made by one guy. Pretty impressive. And then, as always, Thursday evening, I'll be back on Wordsy's channel for Game Jam with whatever magical things we have planned for that. But that'll be it for moi. Let me see what else is going on. B is still playing Whispers Jackbox. Jackbox, it is. How exciting. Looks like B Drops is still playing Layers of Fear. It is spooky month. So why not? Um, yeah. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. And hopefully I will see you again within the next few days, whether here or on someone else's stream. And we're gonna go say hello to B Drops. Just yell boo. Try to scare them. They're playing a spooky game, so let's just scare them. Anyway, thank you and good night.